G'day, how yous going?
The 7-minute chiro massage was taught to me by one of my fellow chiropractic students, Paul, years ago when I was studying. Paul was a qualified remedial massage therapist at the time and a very talented and successful one at that. In fact, he told me that once years ago, during the time of the Australian Open, John McEnroe's manager had attempted to make a booking for John with Paul, but had been unsuccessful as Paul was away on holidays at the time. And as a huge tennis fan, you can imagine how disappointed I was to hear this story when he told me that. Anyway, the point of the story is one of the challenges I faced when studying the chiropractic course at university was the need to develop a good sense of touch. And I quickly recognized through my studies that if I wanted to become a really good practitioner, I needed to get good at using my hands on people, and I didn't feel that what the course offered at the time was going to be enough. It may have changed since then, but I wanted more at that time. So I started to hang around Paul and got to know him pretty well over the years. It's a 5-year course, so to this day we're still friends. One day I actually booked myself in with him for a 1-hour massage just to see how it felt for myself. I was naturally very curious. I could tell immediately how experienced Paul was. He knew all of the muscles, how they interacted with each other, and also seemed to know how hard or soft to push in different regions of the body. This was all still very new to me, so I was naturally curious as to how he had developed this skill. How did he know how hard to push or what path to take in treating the body? It was a really worthwhile experience for me having that massage, and it further ignited my interest in learning techniques to make people feel better and understand how the human body works. So I would pick Paul's brain whenever I saw him to try and get more massage tidbits. And eventually I asked Paul if he would teach me. Now, when you study chiropractic at university, you don't get to treat real patients in clinic until your final year. When you start out, you only have your fellow students to practice on. So, in anticipation of getting to the student clinics for my final year, I felt I needed to get a wriggle on with my learning and at least get to know a little bit about massage so that I would have a technique to fall back on when treating paying members of the public. You see, the art of chiropractic, which is manipulating bones, is very difficult to master. As soon as you start the process of learning, you recognize this immediately. It's just plain hard to manipulate joints. It requires a lot of skill. I think becoming an efficient chiropractor takes years to develop, and I, for one, am still developing to this day. Particularly at that time, though, I wanted to know that in the event I was unsuccessful in manipulating joints through not yet having refined my adjusting technique, I would at least be able to provide some value to the patient. I knew I was going to need some sort of go-to massagey type stuff I could do on patients that would at least relax them and have them feel like I knew what I was doing. This raises another important point about chiropractic care though. There are probably as many people out there who love spinal manipulation as there are those who find it quite confronting. First-timers are often understandably apprehensive or even downright scared of getting adjusted. Having been in the same position myself, I thought it'd be nice to warm people up a little before cracking their back, so to speak, just so the experience is a little more tolerable for them. And so this is the place of the 7-minute chiro massage taught to me by my good friend Paul. It serves to break the ice between the patient and practitioner and ease into the process of getting adjusted. Originally, Paul taught me to start the massage with the patient on his or her back, starting in the chest and shoulder region, working up through the neck before turning the patient onto their stomach. In this video here though, I've cut to the chase and just started with the patient face down. I start by working through the massive erector spinae muscles throughout the lumbar and thoracic region towards the muscles surrounding the shoulder blades, and then jump back down to the glutes. The purpose is not to do a full-on release of the entire body. It's simply to relax the patient, build some trust between each other, and get some blood flow through the major muscle groups of the body so that it starts to become a little warmer and thus a little looser. If you've ever seen a therapist before, be it a chiropractor, massage therapist, or physiotherapist, etc., even if you've had no previous experience in being treated, from the moment they lay a hand on you, you will know whether you are in the hands of an experienced technician or not. You might have made this realization when comparing, say, your partner giving you a massage versus a trained masseuse. Like most things in life, repetition is the mother of skill, and it's only through treating many people can one hope to develop the confidence to have someone lie on the table in front of them, gain their trust, and be granted the permission to alleviate their stress, and then do so effectively. Now, 10 years later, after finishing the chiro course and working as a chiro all of this time, I still keep in touch with Paul, and I've even laid him down on the bench since then and given him a taste of his own medicine. I'm pleased to say he's given me the thumbs up approval and says it's really effective. So this is how I start off many of my appointments with my patients. I do a few tests, then lie them down and start working away on the 7-minute chiro massage. I think it's as much therapeutic as it is diagnostic, meaning yes, it feels good on patients and releases muscle tension within their bodies, but more importantly, it serves to help me identify key areas of restriction through the spine and surrounding musculature. Thus, it allows me to hone in on the key areas needing treatment. I think this chiro massage routine is absolutely fantastic. It's comfortable, easy to do, and patients absolutely love it. In fact, many times it puts people to sleep, a good sign that you've put your patient into a relaxed state. If you want some more in-depth explanation as to what exactly it is I'm doing with each of the maneuvers you see here, please click on the link below to watch the exact same video, but with a different narrative. I will warn you though, it's a little dry and contains a bit of jargon. I hope you've got something out of this, and I'd urge you, if you're a practitioner, to give something like this a go, or if you're a patient, please put forward your questions and I'll do my very best to answer them. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks mate, good on you.